Whoa, wrong camera. Where are we going? There we go. Hey, what's up, everyone? How's it going? We're back 2 days in a row. Let's see how long we keep up the streak. Day two, ship something. We're going to pick up where we left off with the little Spotify quarterly report thing I'm building. We made a good amount of progress yesterday, right? We had with the auth stuff set up. That probably is going to be the most painful part of the whole thing. We got that out of the way. I've also messed with my audio a bunch. Let me know if that way, hang on, I'm hearing myself twice. Where am I hearing myself from? Here, there. Okay. Yeah, let me know if it sounds weird, if the music's too loud, whatever it is. So yeah, before we get started, Frank just sent me something interesting that I wanted to take a quick look at. Apparently the new Bing is out. Like, you know how the whole Bing plus OpenAI ChatGPT integration that everyone's been talking about, apparently that is available. So I just want to take a quick look at that before, let's procrastinate a little before we get started. What do I was like, where do I go? Obviously I go to bing.com, I'm assuming. Wait, Jill Biden kiss. Okay. This looks like such a trash site. Like, look, when I like scroll, it like flickers. This just looks like a bunch of garbage. All right, Anderson and new Bing asked questions. All right, what is SST? I'm logged into some stupid thing here. Let me sign out. Or I guess switch to personal account. No, I'm just gonna sign out. Bing. What is SST? This, man, all this just looks so janky. I can't believe this is made by a giant company. What does this do? It opens a website for me. That's great. I don't know how do you make a chocolate chip cookie? I mean, how does this work? Try it. Oh, up here on the right, I see. See, meet the new Bing, your AI-powered answer engine. How do I reverse an array in JavaScript? It just doesn't work. I feel like it doesn't work. Try it. No, I don't. Come on, Microsoft. Available when you have access to the new. Oh, I guess it's not really available. They're just trying to get you to sign up for the wait list. I need to register. Okay, I'll try it. I don't think that this is going to be that impressive because it should just be. Let me move to my other screen just in case. Because I think it's just supposed to be. It probably just is like ChatGPT, like embedded, right? It's probably not anything more advanced than that. Bing. How do I make a chocolate chip cookie? I'm assuming I'm going to use this fake prompt and then join the waitlist. Oh, it's a new model. Interesting. Great, you're on the wait list. Man, is it just me or is this UI just like everything just looks like really janky? Like this is all right. I'm gonna try not to keep commenting on this. It could be better. They have not released details yet. Yeah, interesting. I don't really know what that entails, but I try the same thing. You have to use Bing to get, like, I have to type in the word Bing in the search, like Bing. Bing, how to reverse an array in JavaScript. All right, I don't know. I give up. Let's get back to, what is it? Square, Spotify quarterly report. Let's switch to the playlist a little bit too. What should we do? There we go. All right, SQR. This music might be too aggressive for this. As much as I love Bad Bunny. All right, it's generic lo-fi. All right. So where were we at yesterday? Let's make my screen stream sized. All right. I guess we had auth going. Well, I gotta get this going again. Let me add a little SSO script here. Awesome. It's kind of hot in my house. I turn on the fan. All right, we're logged in. Let's get back into dev mode. Why is that so slow? Cool. And run to auth. Invoked. All right, this all works still. Great. So I think what we were talking about was setting up an event bus. So let's do that. So we got our table, auth, API, set up our event bus, new event bus. And I guess we just need to bind it to our API. Whoops. Oh, I didn't know this. Thank you for the Prime subscription. What is your name? Mevin. Mevin Least. If I'm pronouncing that right. Okay. So what do we do? So we have a bus created. Let's create a little bus package. I've written this so many times that at some point we just got to make this a... Mic works better. Good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I went and I watched a bunch of YouTube tutorials around the mic and I finally found a good one. I've tried to do this before, but I don't know. I couldn't figure it out before. So typically I make a little type safe bus thingy. So let's just export bus from, it's a weird thing I like doing. So I will typically have an interface called events and type event types equals key of events. So we can do type extends event types type, and payload or properties is that. And let me just put a dummy event in here for now. Publish. Cool. And then I guess we need to install AWS SDK Event Bridge. So what should we do here? Packages, core, install AWS SDK Event Bridge. Is it that easy? No. Client Event Bridge. We'll import SST node. Nice, that's there. Okay, so let me just fix these errors. These really shouldn't be peer dependencies. Like types should not be a peer dependency. This probably shouldn't be a peer dependency either, because it should be a direct dependency. But we all know AWS does not package things well. All right. So let's Event Bridge client. Event Bridge client. All right, we got the client. So now we can do client send new. What is the command? Publish. Let's look at all the commands. I don't care about the rules. Huh. Whoever decided to put the thing you import before the thing you're importing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because you want to get the autocomplete. I actually never thought about that. I just got used to doing that, but you're right. If it was reversed, it would be a lot easier. The V3 docs people always complain about, and now I kind of tell what now I can kind of tell what they're talking about. So event bridge, publish event. Like what is the name? Put events. Is that right? What's better in Python? Like the import thing or something AWS related? Entries. We're just going to publish one at a time for now. So the detail is going to be, this has to be a string, right? Okay. So it's going to be properties. I'm actually just going to make it the whole thing. Because I really hate their way of doing things. Detail type is type, and it's used for filters. Oh yeah, there you go. From. That would be ideal if it was like from import. Yeah, that would be a lot better. It's a lo-fi version of that Lil Nas song. That's funny. All right. So we got a little basic little publisher thingy here. So let's go and create some events. Declare module. Oops. Or I guess bus. Export. The problem with JavaScript is if you create the ES build transformer, then you're like, code editor is not going to recognize it. And it's because there's no built-in macro system in JavaScript. If there was, then everything would just work. Let's do user created. Let's do let's also do maybe just create it, right? We can just do a created event for now. Yeah, plugin for every editor, exactly. User created, user ID. Cool. Of course, this has a problem of it's not transactional. Like this could succeed and then this could fail and then we never get the event. We can probably refactor this eventually to like write an event as part of the transaction and publish it off a Dynamo stream. But we'll keep it simple for now. I think what I want to do is I want to do like a simple version that's fully working and then like dig into each little problem and make it a lot better. Might be a good way to go about doing this. All right, so the only issue now is I'm gonna need to, man, another thing I want to do is I want to rebuild our console. We kind of built it as a, we built it in like less than a month and we really crammed it and haven't really touched it since then. Wait, what? My metadata is not there. This is a bug. Why is this not updating? Let me see if forcing. Forcing, should I force something? Well, wait, did it already create the bus? I was not paying attention at all. What would be the best avenue to put a vote towards better small screen layouts for the SC console? Discord. I like having the console and VS Code split screen, but some pairs of console. Yeah, realistically, we're gonna do like another take on the console. Our mistake right initially was we try to make it cover like every possible thing, and we consider completeness like, do we cover all this stuff that you can technically do, like buckets and functions and APIs and GraphQL and everything? But we really should just double down on one feature, like the functions part, and made it really good. So I have an idea for a much better UI around the function invocation so that you can fit a lot more on your screen. So yeah, like I also feel that way because look at the way I'm using it right now, right? It's not like a huge amount of space I'm giving it. So it's something we want to do. I don't know when we're going to prioritize the console. It probably won't be until after I do another take on auth and database stuff. Oh, this is here. Still no stacks found. Why? Try forcing a bootstrap again. Don't try this at home. I guess I can like debug this without just guessing. Let's see. CloudFormation, Bootstrap, update in progress. It was console, crashed my browser. Not surprising. Stack metadata resource not found. Interesting. SQR. Oh, metadata is right there. There we go. All right, there's my user. So let's delete this. And I guess let's create a new event bus subscription now. Let's do functions. Let's do like an events folder so we can organize this. All the user events. All right, so we need to now export const handler. Wait, what? Do we only support API or SQL? Oh, I guess this should be an SQS event. Because then I subscribe it through a queue. All right, SQS event. So this is something I hate adding event bus subscriptions. It is way too cumbersome. Like, you really shouldn't have to be digging into infrastructure code for this. Wait. Rule. Like, I feel there's just so much duplication here. Targets. New queue. To name this, like, this all sucks. Consumer. Index signature for type queue not assignable to. Oh. Yeah, look how verbose this is. That is a lot for a single subscription. Let's go on for the deploy. Let's see. Let's create in the queue. Create in the consumer. So I'm going to do an interesting thing here. I'm going to create a what am I going to do? I'm going to create a helper function here. Subscribe. Okay. It's close. Properties. And this can return a handler for SQS for we really just need the properties, which can be anything. If this fails, you return a partial batch item failures, which is what? A bunch of strings? Strings, right? This typing might be a little outdated. SQS batch item failures. Item identifier. Okay, so I basically need to try this. Failed equals push okay. And then we can do failures, failed.map. Beautiful. And now, instead of handler, blah, 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 I can do bus, subscribe. Nice, user ID. Okay. Cool. Did this get deployed? Did it get deployed? So for now, let's just do a console log. So now if we log in, I'm going to do some logging here. Console log, publishing, event. All right. So let's go back here. Cannot resolve context handler. Is this not exported? So that worked. User is not authorized to perform events, put events. Interesting, but I did bind it, didn't I? Oh, because I'm trying to put it on the default. Event bus name, bus, or event bus, event bus name. Well, here's the issue with this transactional thing. It's like a partial failure. Let's delete this. Actually close. I don't like having a lot of tabs open. All right. Publishing event, user created. That's good. But it looks like the subscription did not come down. Saying clear this stuff for the exact reason. It's a lot of work to just get an event across. Do you think there is a big advantage to using an event to a queue to a Lambda versus calling a function from wherever? Making a runtime event, like, yeah. You could just have it all run in one function, like you said, like just have hooks that register and then it all computes locally instead of like making it distributed. But there's just like stuff like retries and things you would want when things don't go right. Not necessarily because something you did wrong, like some API you're hitting might be down. So I like queuing stuff. But yeah, it is painful. It's like a lot of boilerplate. I think the boilerplate could be made simpler with an abstraction. In my ideal world, I only ever write... Does that support Node 18? Yes, we do support Node 18. I only ever write this, right? This would be really simple. I just write bus subscribe, boom, and we're good to go. And I would have something that's like analyzing my code and looking for any calls to bus subscribe and then setting up all of my subscriptions for me. So for me, it's entirely about just making, is putting it in a queue first and kind of decoupling. What's nice about this on the publishing side is as a publisher, you don't really have to know anything. You just publish the event, right? So core. So the publisher, this is already a great experience. You just publish the event and you're good to go. You don't have to like know what function to call, what queue to put in, anything. You just publish it as a centralized event bus. So you're nicely decoupled from the subscription side of things. It's just the subscription side of things that's like tedious and a lot. Yeah, the eventual people have an interesting model too, where they don't use event bus at all. Like you declare events like this, which I'm still open to doing even under the event bridge model, like new something like this. And then you would call like user. You can like import this into a user created publish, etc. And user created subscribe, things like that. Like on event, I guess you can specify a callback. Yeah, I just haven't played too much. We haven't gone super deep into this, but I do like this evented model because I can get stuff out of the synchronous path and I can make sure that it always executes because I can queue it. But it looks like, let's kill this. It looks like this isn't working. It's like our function did not even get invoked, which means this rule maybe is not working. So let's take a look at event bridge. Rules. Detail type user dot created. Whoops. See if a queue got published in. Nothing got published here. Isn't it unnecessary to add SAS code 200 in the response? Is it unnecessary? You're talking about the authenticator function I have? The default to 200? Yeah, maybe you're right. Didn't know that. Good call. It looks like, here's another thing I hate about Event Bridge. It's so hard to get any observability into it. I guess let's just go back to logging at the call site. Buster. User created. See if we get any messages. Yeah, no messages. So nothing got put in the queue, which means the subscription is wrong somehow. Let me check my other code base to see how I was doing this, if I can spot any issues. Detail type. I mean, this looks right. Let's see. And the mistake must be here. Oh, wait. Or, wait, what the? Pattern. No, yeah, this is right. Rule. Add rules. Pattern. Well, I'm not seeing a source. Is that a problem? Uh, oh. Oh, there we go. Invoked, user created. I don't know what I changed. Maybe I had to include the source. Functions. Error. This is the right function. Did I not put created? This is gonna keep retrying. Hmm. Why is this not working? Oh. Hmm. This is a promise for some reason. That's why. That worked, except the event is undefined. Okay, I'm gonna modify this a little bit to make it publish the event on every. Just so I don't have to like Keep deleting the user. Still undefined. Okay. It's probably a different format than I'm expecting. Probably under detail. Probably nest under detail. That's why. Yeah. So detail properties. All right. What do you do when you have SC Bootstrap stuck in a CloudFormation? You can't delete. You should try it. It'll probably fail once, and when you try to delete again, it'll give you like an advanced option, and you can like check off a bunch of things to ignore. And that might help. All right, this is working now. Let's go back to publisher. Instead of user created, let's call, let's rename this user it's a login function. Instead of created, we'll call it the login event. And then, so you can log in, give in an access and a refresh token. Okay. Make another thing called Spotify. Basically, we now have functions. Oh, see, this is what's annoying. Now I have to update. I'd renamed the event. I have to update it in a bunch of places. So here, this should actually be login. This should actually be login. And now my stacks has to change too for no reason. Update that rule. And then let's create a Spotify module. Export function client given access. Run through of all the parts that made that event work. Yeah, okay. We'll do that. So the first setup is what's painful. And then from there, you can kind of like copy paste your way every time you need to add a new event. But there's effectively a event bus and there's a rule. And we're just giving the rule a name. I'm just going to call it user created, or I guess it should be user login. I'm just going to mess up this, cause another deploy. I'm basically defining a pattern here. When it matches the user login when there's like an event with a type user login, we're going to place this, we're going to trigger some targets. In this case, a target is a queue because we want to make sure that if whatever downstream is processing the message, it doesn't, if it fails, it gets retried. And we're saying the queue's consumer is this function. So if we follow that down to that function, and having to lay this out is really making me realize how complicated this is. We have this little subscriber hook, a subscriber wrapper. This really just like unwraps the message out of the SQS event. Because we know it's going to be user login message, it's going to just parse it and give it the correct type. So, and then if it fails, it does the partial failure. So technically SQS, like if you get 10 of these events really fast, SQS might send that down as one event with 10 records in it. So it calls your handler 10 times. If any one of those fails, it'll keep track of the failed ones and tell SQS, okay, we only successfully processed 3 out of the 10, and the other 7 will be requeued. So that's on the subscribing side. And then on the publishing side, it's pretty straightforward. We are just calling into a wrapper that does a put events command where the detail is like the full object, the event object, and detail type is the event name. And most specifying the source is like, I think of it as like a namespace. I don't know what the official explanation is. And the other TypeScripty thing is that we made this all really type safe so that you can define your events all across your code base. Like here, I'm saying we have a user login event. Here's a payload that goes with it. And then you can publish to that in a type safe way. And this repo is public. And I push it every time I finish up a stream. So you guys can check it out. We'll try to keep improving it. Does that make sense? Okay, so we'll keep letting that deploy. Or we do, all right, we're making that little Spotify client thingy. That way the user module doesn't have to know about all the Spotify details. On our project, we eventually move away from CloudFormation to instead Terraform due to various problems constantly. Do you have issues with CDK using CloudFormation at all? I hate CloudFormation. I would happily get rid of it and use Terraform. As of today, it's not so bad that I've had to like give up and leave it. Like, I'm curious what problems where you felt like this is just fucked, we got to go to something else. I haven't really felt that. But it's been like increasingly annoying, and Terraform is a lot better. But yeah, PTSD from using CloudFormation. Yep, it's bad. It's not good. These events are best used for handling async business logic. Yeah, exactly. It's we want to, so basically when the user logs in, we want to like process their history, their playlist history. There's no reason to like block that login command until it's done. So we're just going to fire an event, and then anything downstream can subscribe to it and run the logic. Maybe 3 years ago, we constantly have to delete stacks all the time. Terraform never lets me down. Yeah, I mean, I think there definitely was a time when I was first doing all the CDK stuff where I was deleting stacks all the time. I basically never do that anymore. I don't know. Maybe I just learned more stuff, or like the abstractions around SST and CloudFormation have gotten better. Not exactly sure, but I definitely don't do it anywhere as much as I used to. I know I used to do it a lot because I would like optimize my workflow to be able to delete stuff easier. So definitely get it. Okay, so we got this little helper. We can just get the client given this input. Spotify credentials, I guess we'll call it. Actually, we don't need to prefix it with Spotify because of the trick we're doing. Let's call that credentials, and we'll say the input is Spotify credentials. Very nice. Okay. So we've got a login going. So now we can say whenever there's a login, or I guess I gotta publish this correctly. Whoa. Why does it keep doing that? Okay. That was good. So now let's do some, we basically need to implement one function, right? Function, let's call this shit, what do I call it? I guess sync. Let's sync the whole history. So client, Spotify, lower my guard, and then try to deploy T3 next via C1. Keep running into bugs. Gonna try. You should try to T3 next. You should try doing that with SC2 because their Next.js support is way better in SC2. So yeah, give it a shot. I also wouldn't. I mean, it's fine. Like you can just have Next.js serve the T3 part. Or sorry, the TRPC part, but I typically still host a TRC part in an API, like an SSD API, just like kind of decouple the two. It gives you kind of better options and performance. So, okay, playlists. How do I get liked songs? Wow, you know, I should have checked to see if this is all possible before I went this far. Get saved tracks. You know, I feel like everything should accept a client. Watch this. How do I do this? Is it like that? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna do something fun here. For let's do wild true. What is this type? Spotify saved. Interesting. What is this saved? Oh, it's just an array. Let offset equals 0. There you go, yield. I haven't seen that much, huh? If tracks.length equals 0, break. Otherwise, offset plus equals track.length. And then here we can do offset. So now we can do that. And it acts as like a single stream of tracks, even though we're going to be paging through stuff. So let's see. I don't even have many saved tracks, so we'll see how this works. And this should all be tribe safe. So we got that added at. So this is what's going to be important to figure out what playlist to put it into. All right, we're making progress. Let's go. Let's try to log in again. Oh, you know what? I can probably just trigger from the console. This is the type of situation the console is great for. Let's look at the console. Let's look at our functions. Let's replay this. Why is this not right? Did I not update stacks? Yep, this is sucker created. That's why. Ooh, built with no changes. That's not right. Huh. Oh, what? That is right. Okay. All right. So now in our events, let's do a user lookup. We got to add a from ID thing here. Export async function from ID. I don't like throwing inside. We'll let the outside catch it. Okay. So let's get the user from ID. Let's get a client. Come on, Copilot, give me something. Throw new. There you go. Why is access token a question? This should be required. Oh. And that's it. Let's replay this and let's see. Cannot use table. Oh, okay. So did my autocomplete just completely die? No, it didn't. Let's bind the table here. Honestly, I find these bind things so useless. Bind. It's probably all you need. I guess you need the secrets for Spotify access. Just copy the values them here. Actually, maybe we should be explicit. Secrets. That's beautiful. All right, now this is updating the permission, so we're gonna wait a second. Let's see. All right. Nice. Wait. But why didn't anything happen? Because no tracks were found. Do I not have saved tracks? Oh, wait. Huh? Hey. What am I getting here? Is it crashing here? It must be crashing here. Insufficient client scope. I wonder why that error is being swallowed. Something with the iterate async iterators. All right, so we need to update the authenticator. I thought playlist read private would be good enough, but does it say what we need? No, it doesn't. Is it user library read? There you go. All right, we got some tracks going through. That's awesome. All right, now I basically need to take this and turn it into a quarterly playlist name. So I guess we need to first sync why is Terraform better? I probably should just cut that clip of me talking about it yesterday, but Terraform, one, is provider agnostic, so you can use it for all sorts of stuff like AWS. Like even if 95% of your stuff is on AWS, you always have other stuff you need to coordinate that's outside of AWS. Terraform can be used to manage all of that. Reason it's been coming up a lot is we're considering supporting Terraform in SST, so you can like deploy your stuff on top of Terraform instead of through CloudFormation. It just uses a public AWS API, so everything's a lot faster. There's a lot of arbitrary limitations in CloudFormation that Terraform does not have. So yeah, and we can create a TypeScript interface for it, and I already have, so there's a good path to using it. Okay, so client, no, sync. Okay, so I guess we need to fetch the playlist, client playlist. Is it under user? Ooh, what is fetch all? Does that mean I need to build this yield thing? Does this have it too? No, it doesn't. So let's get all right, and then we'll do an object from entries. So we'll just log this real quick. I should have permission to do this, but let's see. Oops. If we replay this request. Nice. You can see the manually created ones I have here. Great. Okay. JS get current quarter. Can I do this without looks on? Okay, quarter equals track dot added at wow. Console.log track item name was added in quarter. And so I'm gonna add all these to playlists in like one loop. But if I like really want to distribute it, I could like send this into the event bus and have each track get added one at a time. That way, if one fails because of a Spotify rate limiting issue or something, it won't keep retrying it forever. Or I won't retry the ones that succeeded, rather. Let's do added get year. Or how does this work? No, I guess this is, I guess, I don't know what time zone this comes back in, so we'll just do that. Wait, why is this showing all of this? Oh. That can go away, that can go away. Nice. So I just need to do a +1. Cool, cool, cool. Const playlist equals added Q quarter +1. Get UTC full year. Existing equals if the playlist doesn't exist, let's do client.user create playlist. Wow, this is pretty easy. I probably don't have permission to do this though. Created by Spotify quarterly playlist, quarterly report. Results, and then we will mutate the playlist. Throw an error if there's something there. Okay, and then existing equals result ID. And then we'll do client dot I have to go like this. Add items. Oh, I can do this in bulk. I should also make sure I'm not duplicating it, but let's see if their API has a method for that. Okay, so probably gonna duplicate stuff if I run this twice, but let's see how it works. Probably gonna give me a permissions error. Oh, I see. That's why it's why the error. We need to edit the bus to make sure that this is still logged. Insufficient client scope. Okay. So Spotify scopes. What are the scopes? What are the scopes? What do you got? Playlists, modify private. I think that might be it, right? Modify private. Let's see. And that's all we got. Okay. Now if I replay this, no errors. Let's check out. Well, it did not create a playlist. Let's see, let's add some log statements. Creating playlist. Adding insufficient client scope while trying to create this playlist. False. Invalid track URI. So this needs to be the URI. Nice. Looks like it worked. Yep. 2022 Q4. 2023 Q1. Look at that. That's beautiful. We can like generate some art too. Nice. But now if I run it again, it's going to duplicate, right? Wait, what? Yeah, but it's definitely duplicating, but I don't know why. Something's wrong with the console. It's not getting these events. Oh, there. All right, so I need to like dedupe these. So if I just go like that. if existing tracks so this will skip the dupes. Let's remove all these. Okay. So now if I rerun it, how's it looking? It's going to add a bunch. Well, these are all... No, these are definitely duplicating. Maybe compare IDs? When I fetch all the tracks, can I pick... No, I'm just gonna pick an offset. All right. Let's just rerun this. Whoops, no, rerun this here. Nope, it's still rerunning. Let's log this. Existing tracks map. Track ID. How does this work? Undefined. Interesting. It said something about this potentially being undefined. Let me see. Just log the tracks object. I'm actually just going to continue here so that we don't keep making dupes. Always undefined. Why is it the case? Spotify API get playlists. I want to also get their I take that out. What do I get? Still empty. Uh, like I could save all the tracks we processed to Dynamo and then like not process them again. Is that a good idea? I don't think it's a good idea. I don't know why it doesn't give me back the tracks. I wonder if it's a permissions thing. So let me try to just get for get tracks. I hate this, but I don't know what else to do here. Let's try this again. How can this still be undefined? Come on. My LSP broke. I'm gonna restart this. Okay. Cannot set properties of. Oh, I'm so stupid. Wait. How long have you been working on web applications slash software? Professionally, close to 10 years. But I've been messing with programmers, computers, and programming since I was like a kid. So if you include that, maybe it's like 30 years, like 20 years. I am 30, about to be 31 in a couple weeks. Okay, so now let's delete these playlists. Now, when I create the can I create a folder like client user? Because these folders might be not like a real thing. Spotify API folders. Okay, whatever. So let's run this. Okay, so that worked. What's crazy is you guys can try this right now. If you have Spotify, just go here and click that link and it'll just work, I think. So I ran it once and it created these two, very nice. And if I run it again, someone try it. Someone in the chat, grab that link and try it. All right, this should probably work okay for. Let me set the timeout to something crazy. What's the max? 15 minutes, right? Say 15 minutes. User not registered in developer dashboard. Did someone just try it and it failed? I think I need to like get permission to publish this. Is that why? Yeah, I think it only works from my own account because I need to like get permission to take this live. And then what's your Spotify username? I'll add you here. How do I go to prod? You know, you might want to. Okay, you probably don't want to post your email in Discord. You can on Twitch. I mean, you can DM it to me if you want on Discord, but no worries if it's too annoying. So I get out of development mode. Yeah, I have to do this. Are you talking about on? Oh, here we go. What the? All right, let me add you on my other screen. I mean, let me just submit this and then I'll. What did I miss? I don't have a screenshot of my app because it's not public yet. Okay, this I hate this. I have to do this later. Let me move this to another, or let me just go like this so you guys can't see it. I'm gonna add you now. All right, I added you. Give it another shot. I hope this doesn't do something fucked up to your. Oh, look at that. It's going. Look at it go. I definitely need to batch these because These are way too many requests to make way too quickly. It's probably gonna die. All right, I'm gonna hide this. Okay, let's try to make a batch. Thanks for trying it out. Okay, let's batch this stuff. So instead of immediately adding it, let's do pending. Oh, it's like not really hitting the rate limit. Interesting. New map. The playlist ID to a new or retries if it hits a rate limit. Yeah, that might be what it is. Oh, you think it's getting hit twice? No, I think it only went once. I think it seems to have died, but I think it's because I just edited the code. Getting duplicate playlists. Oh, you're right. It did fail. Yep. All right, sorry about that. Let me kill this. Why would this have created twice? Doesn't really make sense. Should have found it already. Weird. Okay, I'll try it on my own account still. Let's go to my account. Yeah, I think I tried on my wife's account because she's got a ton of like songs. Okay, sync. What do we do here? Okay, return, creating playlist. Coming up on 2 hours now. I'm gonna implement this batching and then we'll call it for today. All right, so instead of doing this, let's do pending get play. Pending set. Oh, is this a thing you can do? Wow. That is pretty cool. That actually makes all this stuff so much nicer. That is great. All right, so now I can just go for batch dot add. And now I can do for pending. Now this should be way faster, right? It's only one request per thingy. I'm gonna kill this log. We'll just let's do the name instead of the ID, or I guess you need the ID. ID name. All right, let's run me again. Oh, okay. Let's just leave it at ID. Replay that. Way faster. Cool. So now let's look at the Spotify thingy. Yep, and it's here. Nice. Nice. And now if I rerun it, should say 0, 0. Adding, fetching track. Oh, yeah, none. Great. Cool. This works. All right. Okay. So what do we do today? We'd finished the auth yesterday. We now implemented an event bus to trigger an event whenever a user logs in. Whenever a user logs in, we're going to resync their whole history just in case we miss something from their new user. The next step is figuring out like how to monitor it live. So are there webhooks? There are no webhooks in Spotify. So I probably will need to create a cron job where every... Oh, shit. And then I think your thing somehow reran, unless you clicked it again. Oh, nice. So it worked this time. Cool. Yeah, go check out what we listened to in 2016 Q4. Throwback. What was that, like 6, 7 years ago? Wow. Cool. So we want to keep monitoring this, but it seems kind of expensive if I want to like run a function. Maybe it's not that expensive. We'll see. So if I just run a cron job that, oh, man, how should I do this one? This is actually a good fit for a step function, but I just like don't want to write a step function for this. Basically, we'd have a cron job that triggers a step function that iterates through all the users in the database and then spins up a parallel job to resync their tracks. Or I can keep it simple, use an SST job, and just have a long-running job that does this once an hour for all the users. It actually might be the better option. But yeah, we'll figure out what we're going to do exactly with that tomorrow. So yeah, so once we do that, then we can like work on some front end, and I guess then we can submit a screenshot to Spotify so they approve this and we can go live. I'll have to figure out what we're going to build the front end in. Does it make sense to do it in Astro? It might make sense to do it in Astro because it's not like crazy interactive, right? It's just going to be one. It's going to be like one page really, just to show that maybe it like shows all the playlists we created for you. And like to like disable it if you don't want the feature anymore. Maybe we'll do it in Astro. That would be fun. All right, cool. Thanks everyone for joining. I don't know if I'm going to stream again tomorrow. I might, depends how my day goes, but